Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site, and on Patreon for extra support. And any kind of updates and such, I usually go about on Twitter X. And just a quick update. So I will maintain for the moment being one episode per working day. So throughout Monday to Friday, midnight suns, until until a foreseeable future. I've been recording a lot, having a blast playing the game, and I got a huge backlog at this moment in time of recordings. But still, I cannot manage for the moment being to have like a proper 2 to 3 hour block to live stream at the moment. But when I can, I will announce it on Twitter. I will always tweet that out. Again, I want to do the new game plus on Elden Ring, and one of these days resume that Death Stranding. But yeah, other than that, I think that's what I want to tell about channel updates. Yeah, let's go to the news. So we got Patreon saying that Apple is now forcing it to pay a 30% cut on all in-app purchases and new membership, basically putting ourselves creators in a between a rock and a hard place. Again, these are new requirements. Things again, the monetization platform made an announcement. I read this. They when I opened the site, it gave me this warning, saying that the technology giant is now force it to start to pay a 30% cut on just every in-app purchases, but for new memberships too. So basically everything. The only thing that is excluded is the previous memberships. So if it is a renewal, I think it will not have this 30% extra from their part. Again, this is not good. And I think mainly given like small creators like myself, that for example, I have I think a $2. I think it's a $2. Yeah, a $2 membership per month. Again, I don't take a lot of it because already between 8 to 12% is already taken from Patreon there. Then if they had another 30% of $2, again, I was again 30. It's 30, 42% maybe in some instances. It's like half, almost half of the things. It's not good, especially for content creators that do like low tiers. It will be impacted the more, and especially the more you get, the percentage of bigger numbers. It's a huge cut there, especially on paying this kind of subscription kind of a service there. Again, this is not good from Apple. They already been doing this in other instances. I think Epic Games fought against Apple in a similar kind of a thing there, if not mistaken. But yeah, this is not good. Again, the only way to get around this is basically going through the website, making the payments through the website or through an Android device. Because if the app, being that Apple itself is a closed ecosystem, if you have the app installed, I will assume that the person that is paying doesn't will be affected by this 40% up, which they can be. Because I will assume that Patreon will have to increase and charge that at least at 30% or around that. Maybe they just increase like 20% and they put 10% on the creator. I don't know, because again, these companies will try to avoid taking a cut from themselves, of course. Yeah, this doesn't look good for the moment. I don't know what Apple is trying to do here, but just again, they are undercutting themselves in the long term, because people who, to a certain degree, might get fed up of these kind of things, especially if even though they are a huge marketplace. I think 50-50 between Android and iOS. I will assume always around 50-50. Yeah, it's a lot of money they can lose, because or else the app itself, Patreon, and the creators will lose, because people might just uninstall the app and not renew memberships and all that jazz. And usually paid content creators do more do make more money, for example digital product sales like t-shirts, mugs, and all and merchandise kind of things there, or extra I don't know, exclusive content, one time thing there. Again, this might yeah, it's not good to a certain degree. Always it will be preferable, for example, if there is like a completely direct way of using a process to directly support creators themselves. But then again, with this again the monopoly of payment processes companies there, even through PayPal, everybody they need to take a cut from themselves. But yeah, again, Patreon is a very helpful platform, regardless of the issues that they have. But yeah, they are in a conundrum here with 30% fee kind of a thing here. Again, any kind of payment processed through iOS, through the iOS app, is going to incur in that at least extra 30%. Again, I'm not sure if it is extra 30% or it's going to be applicable a 30% fee on any kind of payment that is done through the iOS app. Again, this doesn't look good. Again, if you're not something as big as Steam per se, it's the best comparison that I can make of a case that I know is, again, Steam always takes 30% of everything. It's a flat fee, I think, for everything, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, you get a huge framework. They sustain servers and all that jazz. I will assume Apple does the same thing. But yeah, for example, on Epic, which is trying to be the competition to that, they take less money from they take I think 10% or 20. They take less, but there is another stuff there, which is with the Unreal Engine game, which is from Epic stuff there. They take some cuts here after a certain threshold is met, uh, but they don't offer the kind of same kind of framework in terms of support as Steam does, which is why they are able to not charge that much. And from what I've been seeing, Steam has been impeccable. According to developers, we don't see a lot of, at least I don't see complaints regarding the support that developers and publishers have from Steam. Even though people will always complain because they wanted to take less money out of their own pocket, which is understandable. But again, the service that you get for the price that you're paying, I think nobody can complain with Steam regarding that. While because they don't have, in terms of distribution, they don't have huge competition, even from GOG or even Epic Games. But again, this is kind of a difference with Apple and iOS ecosystem. It's a very closed one. It's annoying because you cannot use anything other than iOS related. And even integration with other systems, it's a pain in the ass to deal with, um, which is annoying. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the how this unfolds here. What kind of again, I'm not sure if the 30% is going to be divided between the person that is paying, so increasing a little bit the price on the iOS things, and then they will take 15% of what supposedly the creator would receive. But yeah, my own my own my own Jesus, forget the word that I want to use. My own advice and encouragement is people to use at least a web page. I think it's if you can to do the payments, I think it's cheaper for everybody. Let's say. But yeah, we'll have to. I will try to follow up on this, see what happens regarding this thing with Patreon. In terms of gaming news, we got the Witcher thingy. Again, we got CD Projekt is working full throttle on The Witcher 4. Got around 400 developers here. I guess they're all in United States, or at least the leadership is on United States studio. Again, I don't know why they had to open a completely new studio for this Witcher 4. I think that's the new one that they opened in Seattle, I think. No, sorry, my mistake. No, the Seattle studio was open for Cyberpunk 2. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that's why, because they wanted to. Now I remember, I covered this story. Because they wanted to open a new studio in America, around Seattle, I think, Seattle area, because they want to be more American experience for Cyberpunk 2, let's say. Sorry, my mistake there. But yeah, for the 400 developers working on The Witcher 4, again, this will be an Unreal Engine game. But not even the voice actor from Geralt is knowable how much role or importance of role Geralt will have in this new game. I will always assumed until the game came out and the end game, when basically you got a party retirement party to a certain degree with Geralt. Uh, the new trilogy might have to be like a transition trilogy. I will assume to a new Witcher or a protege. I don't know if Ciri was the next uh, main character, even though she's a little bit OP to be humble servings. I think it would serve a little bit better if somebody appeared in that estate there and kind of downtrodden person, lost, orphan, or something like that. And Geralt took the wings of teaching him the ways of the witch or something like that. I don't know. I was thinking about something like that. I think it will be like a blank slate, a good blank slate for a new trilogy, and then have like support characters, of course, Geralt, Ciri, or something like that, in Yennefer, and everybody else. Given that not everybody died in the majority of the endings, but yeah, given that CD Projekt in recent years went all out, kind of woke behind the scenes. From got a lot of examples of the DEI initiatives or ESG initiatives, plus the giving prizes of menstrual leaves there, and announcing that with proud, brave, and strong and brave stuff there, with that shit, which is weird shit to publicize there, but whatever. It's been taking a little bit of weird of a path, to say the least. They got also the stuff regarding the Witcher remaster. They are modernizing the game. Uh, I don't know for what. If they use a language more in line, we need to update some of the gameplay mechanics, given that they are very janky at this moment in time. I will I will take that better than modernizing some of the parts of the game. Again, this kind of language is not boding well, and given the fact that the franchise is called The Witcher, which is basically you're in the fantasy world, but you see the world through a specific character, worldview through a specific character, which in this case is the Geralt, which is he is a Witcher. Um, uh, if you're just removing that part there, might as well call it another thing. Don't call it the new Witcher trilogy, or else you're just trying to fool people around. But yeah, I think again, if you want to continue to follow up a similar path and calling it The Witcher 4, I think it's something that, or a long lost friend of Geralt, if you want to retire Geralt because he's considered a white male or something like that, introduce somebody else that has been like a long lost friend or acquaintance of Geralt or something like that, or like I mentioned, like taking an apprentice under his wing, and that has the dream of, again, Kair Moran. I don't know, or supposedly there is a new Witcher school, which I don't know if it is lore accurate there. I think there are only like a handful of Witcher schools. I don't know, trying to explore things in a different point of view, maybe from another school. I don't know, but again, it's going to be a very weird thing, especially if they put uh, a woman or a female character there as a Witcher because usually, lore-wise, if not mistaken, usually the can be a lot of surprise stuff there happening, but can also be because Siri is a reflection of law of surprise. I think it's lore accurate in that sense on the books, but I think all Witchers usually are male, mainly because of the trial of the grasses stuff there. If not mistaken, they are better suited if they are males, but I'm not sure if they are all males that go through the Witcher trials, or if they are females. I completely forgot about it. There was some stuff on the Witcher 3 regarding that. Some colleagues of Geralt when he was younger and went through the trial of grasses. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but yeah, I think there is a lot of good possibilities that you can explore. But the fact that again, with all this modernizing and modern audience and modernizing stuff there, I don't think it will go pretty well. So I'm pretty is hesitant on trusting CD Project. Hopefully they can learn with the games that are coming out with all these modern audience talking points. They might take a step back, analyze what they want to do with the IP, and do a better job, let's say. Um, but yeah, I'm a little reticent on trusting fully on CD Projekt. Again, I would still recommend Witcher 3. It's an excellent game. Cyberpunk seems to be a very awesome game, especially after the launch of Phantom Liberty DLC. But other than that, the future projects there, I'm not sure. I need to see by myself to see if I can fully endorse that, but I'm very reticent in that sense. But yeah, hopefully we'll get better news as the production continues and we start to see trailers and see what kind of language the creative director, the game director, and all those people will start to throw out in the marketing thing, in the marketing cycle. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And continuing with not so good or sketchy news. We got supposedly Red Dead Redemption PlayStation storage is updated with unannounced PC this version description. Again, there is this prior to the update. The description was this, and basically the changes that were made was experience the epic Western adventures that define generation now on PC for the first time ever. Then they have here a quote including PC specific stuff there, which is including bonus content from Game of the Year Edition, Red Dead Redemption, features all of 2023 console version update plus PC specific enhancement, including support for increased resolution and frame rates, multiple displays and accessories, plus spatial surround sound. Again, I don't know. And there's an asterisk here said it doesn't feature multiplayer content. Again, 2K, which are the publisher of this game, if not mistaken, they are usually not good on doing picking up old games and make a good PC port. Like for example, they did with Red Dead Redemption 2. Older games that are being done in PC ports, they are being very lazy ports with a lot of missing features and not up to the quality levels that PC players expect. So we take it all this with a grain of salt, and now we're waiting for the reviews if this PC port will come up. Um, I'm not sure in terms of exclusivity, given that this came out on PlayStation 3, I think, Red Dead Redemption. I'm not sure if it is something exclusive for consoles because this never came out to PC, and I think they took a while. So 2023 last year to upgrade it to PlayStation 4, if not mistaken. At least that's what it seems here. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how this will be handled. I will assume it will not be handled pretty well, and I will assume this is going to be like a full price game around the $70 there for sure. But yeah, wait for reviews. Don't pre-order anything as usual. I will try to keep my eyes on this because I'm interesting. Not only Red Dead Redemption, but also Red Dead Redemption 2. I I'm not sure. 2K is a little bit finicky with streaming stuff, but I will see how that goes. I will probably catch Red Dead Redemption 2 in one of those deals that will come up and try it out because I like open world games and I wanted to play this game because I'm very interested on all the little details that they go about in the open world there. In other news, I think these ones are better. Crimson Desert is going to be at Gamescom 2024, and there, we got some more info on the demo they are going to present in Gamescom. Again, Gamescom will be between 21st and 25th of this month, so we're almost there, around 10 days or so, or less than that, 9 days. They will be there, and I will try to cover the best I can Gamescom because there is a lot of interesting games that are going to be shown up there, including Monster Hunter Wilds demo, like 60 booths, from what I understand, 60 individual, not booths, but game access points. I don't know, 60 stations there that are going to show up the Monster Hunter Wilds demo, like a vertical slice, I will assume. And the Crimson Desert is going to be again entertainment area in all six, aisle B number 11 and aisle A number 1 at the exhibition center. Again, this year's demo they will try to highlight intense action combat mechanics featuring Cliff as the player character. Again, I don't know very much about this game here. Still, I will assume we have featuring Cliff as a player character. I will assume we have more that we can choose. I don't know. But basically, I will try to get around and demo basics of attacking, blocking, dodging, special skills while facing horde of enemies. Similarly, cutscenes between battles offer a glimpse into the story of Cliff and his fellow mercenaries. Again, I will assume we will get like a basic gist of how combat works, being more like hordes or multiple enemies and how abilities can be affected in a gameplay scenario there. And afterwards that they will be transported to an area that they can choose one out of four unique bosses. Again, I will assume the bosses will have their own unique gameplay mechanics, tweaks, and all that jazz, and you can try it out one of the four there, so you can have a sense of how bosses are done in that game. Again, this seems pretty good. At least they are focusing on certain things so people don't get lost on the weeds of the game. And supposedly all demo participants will receive exclusive Crimson Dance merchandise. Additionally, those who complete the survey will have a chance to win prizes through raffle, such as high-end GPUs. Again, this is getting a little bit of marketing budget here, given that they can have some GPUs, Canon GPUs, and they have merchandise there. So it seems that they are a little bit confident on, at least on the marketing side of things. And basically, again, Crimson Dance is an open world action adventure game that tells the story of mercenaries fighting for survival on the vast continent of Pywell. Again, this is done. This is kind of a spiritual successor of the previous game they have, if not mistaken, which is, I completely forgot the name. It's something Desert, if not mistaken. Um, Basic One of the interesting things around this game is they are using Pearl Abyss next generation game engine, which is Black Space Engine. I would like to see the capabilities of this engine. Again, the more engines we have and more variety, the better for me, because we don't get stuck on just one engine. I like to see the capabilities of this one, given that it is an open world game. Um, and supposedly the game that will deliver lifelike graphics, huge vistas, distinct picture designs, and more. Again, no release date is announced, but it's going to come to PC, and this got me interested here. I'm trying to keep my tabs on this game, and I will see if I can cover a little bit of Gamescom when it happens. And lastly, we got again Ubisoft kerfuffles of 2024. Supposedly, Skull and Bones went on sale for $10 at Best Buy. after CEO described the game as quadruple A and attempted to justify a $70 price tag. Again, supposedly Best Buy is doing like a 10 out of 10, which is offering 10 games for $10 for 10 days, so one game per day. And on the third day, they are selling or sold Skull and Bones for $10. The other one is a Sonic game, and this one I cannot get around seeing what this is. Again, funny enough, this game was launched this year, Skull and Bones. Um, yeah, it's not looking good for Ubisoft this year. This is the first big one at Skull and Bones, and supposedly we're going to have Star Wars Outlaw, which is has its own huge troubles in terms of marketing and paying content creators blatantly. And then we will have AC Assassin's Creed Shadow, which is another kind of not drama, but it's another thing altogether for this later for this year, which is going to suck for them. But yeah, the $10 promotion comes in the wake of Yves Guillemot, described as a quadruple A during company's third quarter sales call for fiscal year 2024. I think this is 2023, but yeah, back in February. So it's been since February till now. It get got the promotion from 70 to $10 about a week ahead of again this game came about in February, so it's amazing how this works. One of the investors basically asked, could you maybe unpack for us the decision to price it at $70? You certainly emphasize that it's designed for a lot of live services. What drove the decision to make the gameplay to play when they could presumably limit the size of the player base and thereby PRA, so player retention investment, something like that. I'm not sure what this means in the game. And basically, Ilmo gives the corporate speak, which is very vague answer, not answering the question, but basically is you will see that Skull and Bones is a fully fledged game. You can see it on the market today. It's a very big game, and we feel that people will really see how vast and complete that game is. It's a really full AAA, quadruple A game that will deliver in the long run. So it delivered in the long run, so they knew that it was going to get a very botched release. But yeah, and basically we still don't know very well how successful Skull and Bones has been. Again, if it was, we already had all the numbers associated with the release and the how much they were selling if they were successful. Usually that's how it works. When the game is not good and doesn't sell well, we never know how much they are selling, but when the game is good and sells pretty well, everybody knows about it because they insist on marketing that. Again, some rumors from Tom Ederson in Insider Gaming. Around a week after the release, basically the game currently has around almost 850,000 players total at the time of writing, which includes those who have opted to play the game with the 8-hour free trial provided by Ubisoft. Again, the caveat is here. So basically, they were giving 8-hour free trial provided by Ubisoft. Maybe that's why they inflated a little bit the numbers there. I'm not sure. But in the same report, he detailed that Ubisoft spent around $200 million on the game, and it doesn't make it, and it doesn't expect to make it back. So another loss there, which is not good. But what can you do if you double down on stupid, you get stupid results. In Ubisoft's more recent financial report, it only provided a brief update on the game by claiming Skull and Bones Season 2 Curse of Havoc was released on May 28th, bringing improvements to the end game formula, engagement, and REPU. I don't know what this means. Maybe something retention related thing here. Continue to perform well, driven by the new Battle Pass and exclusive Hellfest branded bundle. Again, no numbers, no nothing. They say they are selling well. Again, selling well, depending on the point of view, but it is what it is. And then here the article goes about the same kind of similar stuff happening with Star Wars Outlaws. I almost forgot the name of the game there, but yeah. Basically, it's the same thing in terms of corporate talk, selling the game is being well received, but it's not, and all that jazz. But yeah, another shit show for Ubisoft starting this year with Skull and Bones as being the quadruple A game for $10. Then afterwards we'll get it will sell. Star Wars Outlaws, even though it's Star Wars brand lost is hump in the last years. So, but you will sell because it is branded Star Wars. And then we have later this year, November, I think, the Assassin's Creed Shadows going to kind of sell because it's Assassin's Creed. But the backlash that it's been receiving, plus with all of this Star Wars Outlaw stuff there, I don't think it's going to sell. I think they are not going to make the money there, unfortunately, because the games are not good. If the games were good, it would be a shame if they not make their money back. But again, um, I don't see any of these two remaining games to be launched to be any kind of decent. Again, just to remember, Star Wars Outlaws, the demos that the demos, the previews that are coming out are basically paid for. Uh, we covered that already. Everybody's talking that very positively about the previews, because then we know we got third parties reviewing the videos before they are published. So we got that. And then Assassin's Creed Shadow got all the stuff associated with it, which is a huge story by itself. Again, I don't see this going good for Ubisoft this year. And since the beginning of the year, at least they are double down on stupid with the DAI stuff there, and they are strong and proud with that, and they will get what they are asking for. But yeah, this is what I got from news that caught my attention. We got some gaming deals which are good. We got Alien Isolation on Steam, 80% off on where is it? Oh, the collection here, 80% off. I think it's a good deal here. $10 for the DLC, all the playable DLC and modes that they have for besides the main game. We got The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Again, it's the complete edition that you have to go for. Uh, Not only because the expansions are really good, they are excellent in my point of view, but also by the fact that most mods will need this DLC to be um, to be integrated there. We got also Monster Hunter World. Again, a lot of stuff from Monster Hunter. I got basically 200, as you can see. Some of them are free, but you got a lot of stuff here from Monster Hunter. I don't know how this, in terms of editions, which one is the best. I will assume Iceborne Master Edition includes free things, which Iceborne Master Editions, Deluxe Kits, Iceborne Master Edition, Digital Deluxe. I'm not sure what it encompasses here, but it's on a deal here. Uh, yeah, it's a lot of stuff here. I don't know what to make of it. Some of it is soundtrack, high resolution. Some of them are free. Again, I'm not sure what's the best, because since he came out, they added a lot of stuff there. That's why I'm waiting for Monster Hunter Wild so I can put myself in the IP itself. We got also Jagged Alliance free, 50% off, which I think is a good one. We got Cyberpunk again. The recommendation is Ultimate Edition because of Phantom Liberty is included here. We got Dredge, 45% off on the base game. We got Steel Wakes the Deep. I think this might be a pretty good game. It takes on the platform, got some narrative tricks here that are well used, at least from the reviews that I saw, and it's 25% off. We got Wolfenstein. Again, I will go about this in a different way for Wolfenstein. I will recommend the 2-pack here, which is 75% off. And then we got the new Colossus. I will recommend Digital Deluxe Edition, which is 85% off again, because Youngblood is not the best here. But yeah, I will leave these two options, which is the 2-pack and the new Colossus. On GOG, we got Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, 85% off. The same thing for Deus Ex Mankind Divided Digital Deluxe Edition. We got God of War, 60% off. Again, no shenanigans with online stuff there. It's DRM free on GOG, so be sure that you just need to buy, download, and play. We got Spirit Farewell Edition, 75% off. We got Wasteland Director's Cut. This is the digital deluxe edition, which is the version that I have, 75% off. And then we got Wasteland Free Colorado Edition, which is the version that I have here. I bought it on Steam, both of these games. And I will eventually go about and do a gameplay series. I had to interrupt my Wasteland to run there. I will restart a new one and do it in 4K this time. But yeah, basically is what I got for you today. I will just wrap up with a plug on my Patreon as usual for extra support. The extra support is more in line for this time being to get around the better storage solution for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next one. So until then, let me master out.